Hey guys, welcome back to another video in our Lego building series. Today we're going to be working on another piece to our castle build, okay? We're going to be putting a king-queen headquarters tower right here, okay? We've already discussed in previous videos how to make towers and how to make the base of the tower, so if you're not sure how to do that, I would recommend going and watching the previous videos on the Lego build. So instead of building an 8x8 tower, we are actually going to be building a 12x12. So it's gonna be a little bit bigger, a little different, but it's basically the same structure. Okay, so what I need from you guys is to build a 12x12 square right on the corner right here, 6 levels up. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that right now. All right, now you have your 6x6, 12x12, 6 level up square structure. So the next step we're working on is we're going to be building inward on this using 2x4 Legos, and I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. So instead of going flat and continuing this like brick by brick pattern, we're going to build in. So I'm actually gonna start on this corner right here, just connect these two pieces together. But I'm gonna keep this and go all the way down. So it's gonna be 2 pegs on, 2 pegs off. On the next one, then I'm just gonna keep continuing down the line, like this. Finish it with that. And I'm just gonna start on the other side, just to make it a little bit easier. Again, same exact thing, 2 pegs on, 2 pegs off. Going down the line, finish on the corner, and then on these two sides I'm going to put them perpendicular to the other Legos, the other 2x4 pieces. Finish off with these. So when you're done, you should see a square, an open square in the middle of your structure. Okay, so there's multiple ways you can go about this next step. What I'm gonna do is I want to make sure that this part of the bridge is going to line up. Okay, so in order to do that, first you have to make sure it's level. So if I put one on top right here, it's gonna be level, it's gonna go across, okay? So this first part of the bridge is 2 pegs into the board. So I'm gonna count 1, 2, and I'm gonna place my 2x4 half on and half off the structure. I'm just gonna do the same thing with another 2x4 on the other side. That way when we make our bridge, when we close these two towers together, we don't have to worry about that, okay? And then we're gonna do the same thing on this side, this back side right here. So eventually there's gonna be another tower right here, right? And in order to connect those two, we need to do the same thing. So I'm gonna count 2 in, 1, 2. I'm gonna go half on, half off. Same thing on the other side, okay? So now that we have that done, we need to close this middle section. We need to close this gap in the tower right here. So the way I'm gonna do that, so I'm going to grab 2 2x4s and a 2x2 piece. I'm going to connect the 2x4s together with the 2x2 directly in the middle like this. So it's a 2x4 square. Sorry, it's using 2 2x4s, make a square, put a 2x2 in the middle on top, okay? Now what I need is we need 6 2x3 Legos, okay? 6 2x3s. So make sure you got those. And I'm going to connect them in a certain way. I'm gonna show you guys how right now. So I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna put this with 1 peg on, 2 pegs off, okay? I'm gonna connect one right next to it. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. So right there and right there, okay? And these 2 remaining spots, I'm just gonna do 1 on each side. Okay, so you have 2 2x4s on bottom, 2x2 in the middle, 6 2x3s around. okay? We are going to connect this right here to our structure. Be careful with it, make sure you're not pushing too hard or else the structure may collapse. Just for this portion though, once we get more Legos on, it'll be nice and sturdy. You can press on it as hard as you want, but for this step, you just want to be nice and careful. You're connecting the pieces, and we're good to go, okay? So the remaining step is just to fill in the rest of this 7th layer, okay? So you can use 2x2, 2x3, 2x4, whatever you have available to you. It's gonna fill in the rest of this to make it a nice even layer. All right, using whatever Legos you have available to you, just make sure you have a nice even 7th layer, okay? Actually, I believe that's 8th layer, yeah. So with this done, you should have 8 layers up. And again, it's a 12x12 square with these 2 pieces right here available to connect the walls of the other towers, okay? Okay, so the next step to this build, okay, it's going to be very similar to this. So I'm basically gonna put one of these on top of here, okay? But before we do that, we're going to work on the battlements around this section, okay? So I'm just gonna put one in the corner right here, one directly behind it, do the same thing on the other side. One in the corner, directly behind it. I'm gonna go on the other side of the entrance to the wall. One in the corner. Same thing on this other side, so it's nice and symmetrical, okay? And then I'm going to work on this. I'm not gonna go into like explaining too much how to build this. Again, we work on this exact tower in another video, in a previous video. So if you need help with that, you can always go back to that, reference that video. Okay, so I'm just going to make one of these, put it on here. Okay, we are now done with the midsection of the tower. On the next step, we are going to work on the last section of the tower. It's going to be basically a skinnier tower of this. It's going to go a little bit higher up. Okay, so the next step that we're going to work on is we're going to actually be making a 6x6 base tower. Okay, so it's a little different. Again, I know we keep changing up the dimensions, but it's going to be very similar to this. But I'll walk you guys through it just in case. So first thing I'm going to need 4 2x3 pieces and 2 2x2s. Okay, so I'm going to connect them in this square right here. I'll show you guys real quick. It's already a 6x6 square right here, so you just need to line it up according to that square. Okay, and put 2 2x3s back to back. I'm going to do 2 2x2s in the middle. Again, 2 2x3s back to back. Okay. Again, I'll show you guys, this is what it looks like on the inside. You want to make this tower separate, and then just once it's finished, add it on top. That's fine too. Okay. Now I'm just going to build another layer, and we're going to build a total of 4 layers up for this. So you can use any Legos you want, it really does not matter. Just connecting, making sure it's a 6x6 square. Okay, we got that done. Do the same thing. Last layer. Now that is 4 layers up, okay, so we're going to work on some windows. So again, very similar to these towers, we're going to start with our pillar in the corner. So I'm going to connect 3 2x2 Legos together, and I'm going to put it on this inside corner. I kind of have all the windows facing inward, you know, just for security, I guess, in your castle. Okay, so the three stack of 2x2s is going to be on that inside corner. And then again, same thing with these windows. We're going to leave a 2x2 space on either side of this pillar. We're just going to start working on the outside. Again, we're going to match this, so we need to go up a couple layers, about 3 layers. Last pieces. Okay, now that we got that, we just need to add the roof to it. So I'm gonna grab, again, just making a 6x6 square. That's all you're doing. Connect all these together. Go one more level up. Okay, now we have to add a roof to this. So the way I'm going to do that, I'm going to just grab 2 2x4s. I'm going to lay it across the gap in the top. Right, so it looks like that. And then just like with the other towers, just going to go around the outside. So grab a couple of these. Start working around the outside. Okay, last step, grab a bunch of 2x4s, add those battlements on the top. Last one. Make sure everything's nice together. And that is how we build our King Queen headquarters for our castle. Alright, so thank you guys for joining us in another video in our Lego building series. If you'd like to see more videos like this, you can follow our social medias or visit our virtual community center at thecityoflosalamitos.org/recreation.